Are you still struggling to find the best AI tools for marketing? Well, you're not alone. There's hundreds of AI marketing tools out there. We have creators pushing tools, fueling their own agendas, so it's really hard to understand or know what tools are actually good. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite AI tools for marketing and content creation that I've actually used in my business and for clients. So be sure to stick around for the entire video. And if this happens to be your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Ryan, and I help creators and business owners leverage AI to scale content, save time, and ultimately make more money online. And if you want to know my complete list of favorite AI tools, AI automation templates, prompts, and more, be sure to get my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. I definitely over-delivered in this free guide. You won't be disappointed. You can find the link for this in the video description or pinned comment below. So when it comes to the best AI tools for marketing, obviously the word best is subjective, and I'm going to be explaining my favorite tools with just a high-level overview in this video. And if you want to learn more about a particular AI tool, I do have dedicated reviews that you can find in the video description below for each AI tool that I mention. So first and foremost, I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're still using the free version of ChatGPT, before you go down the rabbit hole and try to test and tinker with all these different AI tools, I would recommend upgrading to the Plus version for $20 a month. This is the ultimate Swiss Army knife of AI tools. Yes, there's Claude Pro, there's Grok, there's Gemini Advanced, etc., but most people are still using ChatGPT. The differences between Plus and the free version are actually extremely drastic. I talk about that a lot more in my dedicated review, which I'll leave in the description below. This includes the creation of projects and GPTs. This includes usage limits. This includes the ability to access the most advanced models, GPT 4.0, 03, 04 mini, GPT 5 is coming soon, and it might already be here by the time you're watching this video. So my point being here is that I would recommend upgrading to ChatGPT Plus for $20 a month if you're still using the free version of ChatGPT before I would go down the rabbit hole of any of these other random AI tools. And in terms of practical use cases, there's really a ton that you can do with ChatGPT Plus, whether it's content ideation, whether it's creating content, it's repurposing content from long form to short form. You can do market research now, as they have a deep research mode here. They also have agent mode. That came out a few weeks ago. That's a pretty revolutionary tool. It's only available to paid users of ChatGPT. You can web search, you can generate images using the 4.0 image generation model, and so much more. So if I go to some of my GPTs here, for example, and you can find this in my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. I've left every link to these custom GPTs in there. And you'll notice here I have an email GPT, a viral video GPT. I have some for thumbnails, local SEO service pages, repurposing long form videos for optimized social media posts or Twitter threads in this particular example, short form video optimizer. I have one dedicated to my email newsletter, right? So there's all these different marketing use cases that you can dedicate a custom GPT for. And when it comes to images, the 4.0 image generation model, like I talked about, is still one of the best AI image models available today. And so you can use this to generate YouTube thumbnails, blog post headers, redesign logos, create logos from scratch, generate ads, generate infographics that you can share on social media or embed within blog posts, etc., etc. And so with that Plus version, you get way more access to the 4.0 image generation model. And on the topic of ChatGPT Agent, if you're on the Plus version, I'd recommend playing around with it, just whatever your particular use cases are. But I'll give you a quick real world example of what I use this for related to marketing. I asked it to generate me a digital PR report, meaning where have I been featured on the internet? I want an organized spreadsheet with the live link or the URL of that placement, whether that's articles, podcasts, YouTube videos, TV interviews, radio interviews, etc., etc. So in about 3 minutes, it literally in the background, searched my entire name across the internet, generated this report, found all these placements since 2023. These actually weren't all of them. So I came back and it gave me a report here. And I basically said, here's some that I actually was on that you didn't have. So it found 74 unique media placements, in addition to providing some of these graphs here that I could go back and maybe ask for even nicer looking graphs, right? I'm just showing you a very basic use case of what you could do for ChatGPT Agent. But as I keep reiterating here, that is one of many reasons why I would recommend starting with ChatGPT Plus for $20 a month versus trying to play around with all of these other white labeled ChatGPT AI marketing tools. So in addition to ChatGPT Plus, one of my favorite AI tools that I'm using literally every day right now is called Blotato. Now, Blotato is an all-in-one AI content platform, and I particularly use this to automate my entire social media system using my personal brand. You can also create faceless videos. That's a whole other feature that they offer. It starts at only $29 a month. It's owned and operated by one of the fastest growing AI influencers in the world. Her name's Sabrina Romanoff. I really respect her. Had her on my channel. I'll leave that video in the description below. And when it comes to that $29 a month price point, this is honestly a steal for what you get, in my opinion. You get unlimited AI writing, so think about that for a second. Think about all the AI marketing and content tools out there that cost $29 a month or more. You're extremely capped in the credits that you can use. Whether it's Jasper, Poppy AI, Copy AI, WriteSonic, Froz, etc., etc., etc. All of these different AI marketing tools charge either the same or more, and they cap you in credits. So that right there is huge. Also, the social media APIs. And what do I mean by this? So I just posted a tutorial, probably one of my favorite tutorials that I've ever posted on my channel, about how I've literally automated my entire social media system for my personal brand with the help of Blotato, paired with Make.com and some other modules like Google Sheets and Google Drive and whatnot. Again, I'd recommend watching that video in the description below. So literally from a Google Sheet, I'm using Blotato to help me automate my entire social media content system. And then within the web app, if you don't even want to use the APIs, you can use unlimited content generation from various models, OpenAI's models, Claude Sonnet 4, GPT-4o, etc., etc. You can also use this for inspiration. They have a ton of different prompts that you can use to help you ideate and generate content that way. They also have a built-in social media management system, so you can think of it as an alternative to Hootsuite, Sprout Social, Buffer, that all cost hundreds of dollars a month just for social media. And so what Sabrina Romanoff is providing in Blotato AI is actually pretty remarkable in my opinion. And so I hope you can see why this is one of my favorite AI tools for marketing and content right now, and I'd highly recommend checking them out. Now, another AI tool that I use a lot for marketing and content creation is Claude, and more specifically, Claude Pro. Similar to ChatGPT, the free version of Claude is not very good in my opinion. It's actually more limited than what you get on the free version of ChatGPT. But one of the reasons why I love Claude so much for marketing and content related tasks is the Claude Sonnet 4 model. I've just seen in my outputs of writing emails, social media captions, ad copy, and other content related tasks, I've noticed my outputs are superior with Claude Sonnet 4 versus what I've gotten with like a GPT-4 or some of other OpenAI's models. Now, those models aren't bad by any means. I just prefer the outputs of Claude Sonnet 4. It's more human-like, sounds more realistic in my opinion. And so if I go into my projects, which by the way, that's another feature you can do with Claude Pro, just like ChatGPT, you can build projects inside Claude, whether that's for social media captions, whether that's generating email newsletters, video scripts, taking long-form YouTube videos and turning them into SEO-optimized blog posts. So this email newsletter project, for instance, I'm using literally every week to help me generate my newsletter based off of a long-form YouTube video that I created from the previous week. You'll notice I actually just used this 3 hours ago. So I've trained it on the right with all these different email examples. In the instructions, I've gotten super granular about my writing style, different examples, providing subject lines with the actual open rate percentages. And so when it comes to a task like writing email newsletters, I really love using a Claude project for this, and more specifically, that Claude Sonnet 4 model. You can also generate artifacts. So in the world of marketing and content creation, you could spin up a landing page with Claude. You could generate a lead magnet with Claude. Now, this is more, Claude in general is more geared towards developers and those who are involved in coding. But don't disregard the power of Claude Sonnet 4 when it pertains to marketing and copywriting. So that's one of the reasons why I recommend using Claude when it comes to marketing or content creation, mostly because of this Claude Sonnet 4 model. And if you want to get a little more technical and maybe do some research, build a landing page, do something more coding related, Claude Opus 4.1 is a very powerful model as well. Now, the next AI tool for marketing and content creation that I'm going to cover in this video isn't just one single tool. I had to batch all of these tools into one, and we'll call them Google's AI tools. Whether that's using Gemini inside the Google Gemini app, so Gemini 2.5 Pro, you can generate images in here and do a lot of similar things that you can do with ChatGPT and Claude. But we're not just going to stop there. One of the other things I love about Google's AI tools is Google AI Studio. This is one of the most underrated free AI tools available today. And on the left-hand side, you can generate media with this. So whether that's, Imagen, generating high quality AI images, you can do VO, you can do Gemini speech generation. I believe they have an AI audio generator in here as well. You can build. So you can also use Google AI Studio, similar to what I just showed you with Claude Artifacts. You can build mini apps inside here. And then also you can stream in real time with Gemini Live. And so one thing that I really use this a lot for is if I'm building AI automations, like I showed you earlier with Blotato, I actually got stuck on this exact automation with several errors. Well, what I would do is pull up Google Gemini or Google AI Studio, come to Gemini Live, click share screen, and then it would literally do a real-time screen share of an AI assistant to help me with that marketing automation. Now, think about how you could apply this to anything. Maybe you're stuck inside a Google Ads account. Well, I would pull up Google AI Studio, screen share, and then it would walk you through it. Maybe you need help with a landing page. Maybe you need help with coming up with content ideas or just something else that's on your screen that you could screen share. This is a very underutilized feature. You can also leverage all of these different AI models inside Google AI Studio here that you cannot access in the normal Gemini app. If I go to Gemini, we get 2.5 Pro, 2.5 Flash, but in here you get 2.5 Pro, 2.5 Flash, you get 2.5 Flash Lite, you can go to Gemini 2.0, Gamma, and all these other models inside Google's AI Studio. I could talk about this tool forever, but it is criminally underrated. Another free AI tool that's great for marketing and content purposes, of course, is Notebook LM. This is best used for learning and research, in my opinion. So if I pull up one of my recent notebooks here, of course, you can add all these other sources on the left. I'll leave a relevant video in the description below for Notebook LM. But one thing that's really unique about this in terms of media generation, obviously you can generate the audio overviews, those AI podcasts that we're all familiar with, but they recently came out with video overviews. And so if I click this video overview, I'm not going to play it because it's going to play the audio here, but this creates almost a professional slideshow or professional slides based on those sources. So obviously you could export this, crop over the Notebook LM watermark here on top, and kind of rebrand it as something that you would use maybe for a marketing presentation or just some other use cases there. And of course, you can leverage Gemini inside the chat box here as well. Another recent AI tool that Google came out with is called Google Opal. This is their free vibe coding tool. I did a full video explaining this, and you can use this to build mini apps. So think like a YouTube thumbnail generator. Think about a YouTube trend spotter or any other marketing or content creation related use case that you want to build a mini app for free, you can leverage Google Opal. Another one obviously is Google Flow. So Google VO has been floating around. That's their AI image generation model. And so inside Google Flow, this is where you can use AI generated videos using VO3. I think you get some free plans with this. I haven't fully dove into VO3, so don't quote me on that. But I know you have to be on Google AI Pro to start creating. So it looks like this isn't available to free users. So you have to be on that $20 a month plan in order to generate with VO3 and start using Flow. But regardless, it's still a very high quality tool for content creation. And when it comes to Google's other AI tools, I'd recommend looking at Google Labs. labs.google/experiments. I'll leave all of these links in the description below. This is where they're dropping all of their little experiments that they're working on in the background. Notebook LM was in here. Project Mariner's a big one. If I click see more, we have AI mode that's in their search, obviously. Career Dreamer, Daily Whisk, Notebook LM, Learn About, Video FX, Image FX, text. I mean, there's just so many different AI tools that they're coming out here with. And so as a marketer or a content creator, there's definitely some relevant options in here that you can explore. So that's my third, quote unquote, third AI tool for marketing and content creation is Google's entire stack of AI tools that you can use for these use cases. Now, another high quality AI tool for marketing and market research in particular is Perplexity. It's completely free to get started. Even the free version of Perplexity is a pretty solid product. You can think of this as an alternative to Google search. It's an AI powered search engine, but I will say on the pro version of Perplexity, which I think I get for free at this point with how many referrals that I've given out for this tool, you get access to all of these other AI models using Perplexity's search capabilities. And that's big in my opinion. So GPT models like GPT 4.1, Gemini models, Claude models. Now Claude Opus 4.1, you have to be a max member of Perplexity. That's $200 a month. But I really like Perplexity for just anything research related. And when it comes to the types of research, if I click here, you can do general web search, you can do academic searches, social, so discussions, forums, and opinions, finance related. And on the topic of spaces, you can actually build customized versions of Perplexity similar to ChatGPT projects or Claude projects. I think you can do this for free inside Perplexity. And I've made my own AI research assistant. I'll leave my tutorial on how to build this in the video description below. But this is just a really unique feature here. If you're doing something in the field of anything market research or research related in general, I would try Perplexity for free and see what you like. So now getting into a little more advanced AI tools for marketing and content creation, I have to talk about HeyGen. This is an AI avatar generator that I use to generate my AI clone. It is free to get started, but to actually use, I think, unlimited video generation and some of the other features here, you have to be on that first tier. I think it's $29 a month, somewhere in that range. So if I click my avatars with HeyGen, I'm able to create all sorts of different looks from my clone. Wearing different shirt, I'm standing, I'm wearing glasses, I'm not wearing glasses. If you go to my YouTube channel and click shorts, about 90 to 95% of my shorts are powered with my AI clone. So I use this all the time for short form content creation across my social media platforms. In addition to just creating your clone, you can also do several other things inside HeyGen, such as creating a video podcast, an interactive video podcast. You can create an interactive avatar. So if you want to create like an interactive job interview avatar, I think I did that in a previous video on my channel, or some other form of avatar, you can definitely do that as well. And the team at HeyGen is continuing to add all sorts of new features here. And after testing several AI avatar generators, I do believe that HeyGen is the best. I didn't even talk about UGC videos. I believe these are real people where they actually film themselves and they sell their rights to HeyGen. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what's going on here. So you don't even have to use yourself or your own AI clone if you don't want. You can use some of these AI clones here for UGC content and other forms of content. There's really just so much that you can do with a tool like HeyGen. I'll leave my tutorials and link to the website in the video description below for more details. I also forgot to mention that HeyGen provides APIs, just like I talked about with Blotato and social media earlier in this video. So if I really wanted to have a fully automated clone, I could definitely do that. I'll leave that relevant tutorial in the description below if you're interested. Now, the next AI tool actually goes along with HeyGen. This is called ElevenLabs. They're a pretty popular AI tool right now. And in my opinion, this is the best AI audio generator available today. They actually just came out yesterday as I'm recording this with a whole music platform called Eleven Music. So you can use this to generate AI audio. Maybe you want to generate a podcast intro or background music for your YouTube video or other form of video that you're creating. But I don't even use ElevenLabs for this. I mainly use ElevenLabs for my professional voice clone. You have to be on that pro tier. I think it's $20 a month, somewhere in that range, where I have my Ryan Dozer AI voice clone that sounds extremely realistic. I pair it with my HeyGen avatar, and that's how I create a really realistic AI clone. So ElevenLabs is the other part of that equation, and these guys are the best when it comes to high quality professional AI audio. You can also leverage some of these other voices. It doesn't have to be your voice. There's all these other voices that actual people are uploading and getting credits from ElevenLabs based on how many times they're being used. So you can use this for, literally everything. Background audio, if you have a faceless YouTube video and you want background audio, you can leverage ElevenLabs for that. That's just one of many examples. But when it comes to AI audio, look no further than ElevenLabs. So those were actually my top 7 AI tools for marketing and content creation right now, but I wanted to throw in a few others as an honorable mention. One of those being Blaze AI. This actually happens to be one of the most popular videos on my YouTube channel, was my review of Blaze AI. These guys do have a great platform, don't get me wrong. If you're doing anything related to social media or social media management, these guys definitely offer a really appealing user interface. It's a great platform to remix and repurpose long form to short form. They have a really unique brand voice feature in here as well. I'd recommend watching my review of Blaze AI for more information. And the pricing isn't terrible as well. Starts at $34 a month. You don't get as much in terms of features as you do with Blotato, but Blaze AI is still a high quality AI tool for content creation. Now, another great AI tool for content creation that I have to mention here is Opus Clip. And while I'm not using Opus Clip anymore, for only $15 a month, this takes long form videos and literally leverages AI to chop up a long form video into engaging short form clips that you can repurpose for social media platforms across the board. They have several examples down here of what they mean. And what's really unique about this is the AI technology is actually going through an entire long form video, finding those viral spots based on a virality score that they come up with, optimizing it for vertical format for mobile, adding engaging subtitles, engaging captions, and other features that then you can then post from there within your social platforms, YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, etc. Now, I have a video editor that, in my opinion, produces higher quality short form videos than what Opus Clip does, but for only $15 a month, if you're doing anything related to video, Opus Clip is a great option. And the last AI tool that I think is worth mentioning here is called SEO-Writing AI. And if your main use case is writing high quality, long form SEO optimized blog posts, this is a great tool for that. Anything short form content creation related, I would just stick with ChatGPT or Claude and not mess with an AI tool like this. But if you look at their one-click blog post generator, what I really like about this is A, how straightforward they make this entire process, but B, the quality of the outputs is actually also there as well. They also are very transparent. You can choose between different AI models, Claude's models, DeepSeek, GPT models, give it a tone, a point of view. You can add a brand voice here, give it a target keyword. So yeah, you can add your own brand voice. I have a Ryan Dozer brand voice, add any other details, Media Hub. You can give it structure, internal linking, external linking, connect to the internet. You can publish it straight to your WordPress site. It integrates directly from WordPress. And I think to start, it only costs maybe 15, 12, somewhere in that ballpark per month. Now, you are capped with credits. That's one of the things I mentioned earlier when talking about Blotato, but they're also frequently updating this tool a lot too. I've always been impressed with the developers and how often they're updating SEO-Writing AI. So again, if your use case is SEO optimized blog posts, I would at least give this tool a shot. So those are my favorite AI tools for marketing and content creation that I'm either using right now or I've used some of those in the past. And if you've made it this far into the video, first and foremost, I appreciate you. If you found value, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I also want to hear your comments below. What are your favorite AI tools for marketing? Are there some AI tools that I should review that I haven't reviewed yet on my channel? Really want to know what you guys have to say on this particular topic. But most importantly, I hope you all have a great day.